Your next beautiful space is at the new Floor & Decor.
Meteorologist Jenna Petracci, weather coverage you can count on.
This weekend was very, very cloudy with on and off rain and storms, but now the tables have turned with sunshine returning tomorrow and very dry conditions all the way through Thursday. I'll have all those details coming up.
Right now on News Channel 6, a local nonprofit is helping kids with cancer experience the great outdoors through hunting. We'll have a closer look as your news at 6 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 6.
And good evening. Thank you for joining us for News Channel 6 at 6. I'm Sean Gabbage-Stock. Our coverage you can count on begins with a local nonprofit making a fun environment for children and families with cancer. News Channel 6's Isabella Moody has more on Hunting for the Cure.
Hunting for the Cure is a nonprofit that serves children with cancer by giving them a free outlet to the outdoors to just be kids.
My answer is God. God placed in our heart a passion to serve children that have cancer, families with children with cancer.
When the Stills family was living in White Plains, Georgia, they felt a calling to use their land for a cause. The group is not just planted here in Augusta. They take families on trips to places like Alabama and Wisconsin for fishing and bear season.
When you have a child that has cancer and they come to these hunts, and the day before the hunt they had chemo, and on the way to the hunt they're throwing up, they just push through, and they are such an inspiration.
Kids continue to come back to the camp through their journey.
They get to return to hunts, and so watching them grow, and we have kids that have been with us since they were 5 years old, and now they're 15. After you're 18, you're not just done with our program. They can come back as a guide and mentor, and now share their experience and their knowledge with other children.
They will be having a fundraiser at Doc's Porch Side May 25th to help them with funds. 100% of the proceeds goes directly to the nonprofit. Families that hunt with them will also be there.
All you can eat, oysters and barbecue with all the sides. We'll have raffles and a silent auction available. And just come out and have a good time. There's live music. It's just a time of fellowship.
You can find more information to get tickets for the event on WJBF.com. In Augusta, Isabel Moody, WJBF News Channel 6.
The Richmond County Sheriff's Office is searching for a missing woman. Investigators say 39-year-old Amanda Morris was last seen Saturday on Cross Creek Road. We're told she was last seen wearing a pink shirt, blue jeans, and maybe possibly driving a 2008 Chevy Silverado. Anyone with information on where she may be should contact law enforcement. Meteorologist Jenna Petracci joins us now for a quick check of the forecast. Hey, Jenna.
Hey, Sean. Well, we've been dealing with this on and off rain and thunderstorm activity, and around half the CSRA actually stayed pretty dry today. If you were north of the interstate, you may have seen some showers early this morning, but the entire afternoon was nice and dry. It's been to the south of Richmond County where we had some heavy rain today, but over the last hour, things have really dried up with most of the rain well outside of our viewing area now. We have one brief, tiny downpour on the border here of Burke County and Emmanuel County headed towards Summertown. Definitely nothing significant by any means, but we did have so much heavy rain that it did lead to some flood alerts in our southern counties. Right now there's a flood warning until further notice for Screven County, an aerial flood watch in effect for Johnson County, and also that aerial flood warning for Emmanuel County. So we have picked up a few inches of rain today down towards the south of Augusta, but here in town actually 0 inches recorded at Augusta Bush Field. Our high today was a cooler 76 degrees. With the humidity, though, it really wasn't feeling too cool. And we had a warm morning in the low 60s, actually a little bit above average. Very, very cloudy outside as we take a look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam. Really no sunshine this weekend, and temperatures are sitting in those low to mid 70s. 71 in Aiken, 74 in Augusta, Thompson and Barnwell at 73, 75 in Crawfordville, and 72 in Edgefield. A little bit breezy here and there. Winds coming in from the northeast behind a cold front, 13-mile-per-hour winds in Aiken, 10 in Augusta. And as for the satellite and radar, we have this low pressure right across southern Georgia, and this is what's stirring up the showers. Notice that counterclockwise spin around the low with the area of rain and clouds. Will completely clear out though tomorrow morning, upper 50s when you're headed out the door. Plenty of sunshine, and it will be beautiful over the next few days. Temperatures topping off in the mid 80s for now, but upper 80s by Wednesday. So we are going to see a warming trend this week, eventually making it to the 90-degree mark. I'll have more details on that coming up shortly, but back to you, Sean.
Sounds good, Jenna. Thank you. Well, Election Day is a new law that is designed to stop repeat DUI offenders in South Carolina is now in effect. It's called the All Offender Law and requires anyone convicted of driving under the influence to use an ignition interlock device. They're called IIDs. It works like a small breathalyzer. If it detects alcohol, it prevents the vehicle from starting. The program requires convicted drivers to have the device in any vehicle they use, and the law goes into effect Sunday.
And we are getting a break from the rain chances over the next few days. The sun will come out tomorrow. It'll be completely dry, and those temperatures are warming up. Now, we do have a chance of rain, though, for Memorial Day weekend. All those details coming up.
The WJBF. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live 5 for 6.
Welcome back and happy Sunday. I hope you've enjoyed your weekend so far. I want to bring us through a radar loop of what happened today because some of us got a whole lot of rain, others got absolutely no rain. So this is starting out in the morning, and then by the afternoon, you can see it was mostly our northern and western counties hit with those scattered showers. And then instead of completely moving out of here, they just kind of lingered in our southern lying counties from around 2 o'clock to really over the last couple of hours. And that dumped a lot of heavy rain, say anywhere from Sandersville over to Screven County. There was even some strong storms with 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and small hail. But the good news is that as we look at Live Viper 6 now, we are pretty much done with the rain. One isolated shower there in the northern portion of Emmanuel County near Summertown. Other than that, nice and dry, but it is still very cloudy outside. The 2-day rainfall total showing areas reaching around 5.5 inches around Swainsboro. But notice in Augusta, under a quarter of an inch in just trace amounts in Aiken County. So it was very split, with half the CSRA getting a ton of rain this weekend and others pretty much staying completely dry. You can see all of us have been dealing with the clouds, though. Very dense cloud cover on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam at Doctor's Hospital. The clouds have definitely kept things a bit cooler this weekend. We're sitting in those mid-70s, but with the dew point still in the 60s, it's feeling pretty muggy. Northeast wind of 10 miles per hour. 73 in Washington, 75 in Crawfordville. Aiken, you're at 70. 73 now in Allendale, and 74 in Millen. Satellite radar showing the clouds across the area with that rain all to the south of us, with low pressure stirring up this trouble here. So once that low pressure exits out to sea, we really don't have much behind it. A few spotty showers in northwestern Georgia, but high pressure is going back in control with all this dry air moving in. So over the next several days to come, we will see the sunshine. It'll also get warmer, and it will be overall beautiful Monday through Thursday. Starting out tomorrow morning in the upper 50s, warming up into the low to mid 80s in the afternoon, topping off at 83 in Augusta, up to 88 for your Wednesday, and then I'm forecasting 90 degrees for Thursday. And then once we get to the 90-degree mark, that's when we'll start to see those rain chances knock on our door again. As of now, keeping those rain chances pretty low, around 20 to 30%, but keep in mind this is Memorial Day weekend, so this could impact some plans, but I'm definitely not expecting a big washout. But just know that we do have a cold front approaching us. So this is Friday at 6 a.m. You can just see we'll have some moisture around, so these will be hit and miss showers and storms Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even possibly into Memorial Day next Monday. So we'll definitely keep you updated on this, but as I mentioned, not expecting a major washout here, but just those scattered showers and storms. Lows tonight around 60 degrees, and our highs tomorrow will be in the low 80s for the most part. Our 10-day forecast showing those temperatures getting warmer, 88 on Wednesday, 90 on Thursday, staying sunny and dry, just giving it a 20% chance of rain Friday, a few storms around Memorial Day weekend, and into next week with temperatures staying in those upper 80s.
All right, sounds good to me, Jenna. Thank you. Coming up, history is making today as America's first black astronaut Kennedy launched into space after being denied his chance 6 decades ago. We have this story coming up next.
Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma.
It's been nearly 2 years since Blue Origin's last space tourism flight, but today the aerospace company launched 6 people into orbit for the first time since August of 2022. Aikajachi has more on one special passenger who finally made it to space after a 60-year delay.
Pumping his fist in the air after landing, Air Force test pilot Ed Dwight, making history today at 90 years old, is now the oldest man to travel into space.
Everything you can think of. And I thought I really didn't need this in my life. But now I need it in my life. I am ecstatic.
Dwight was selected by President John F. Kennedy in 1961 to become the first black astronaut candidate. But when Kennedy was assassinated, Dwight's path to space evaporated. Until now, Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos' aerospace company, launched its NS-25 mission, sending Dwight and 5 others into space for an 11-minute flight aboard its New Shepard rocket capsule combo. While he did not get the chance to travel into space all those years ago, Dwight went on to have an amazing life as a sculptor and author. But he says over the years, he had to convince himself that he didn't need to go to space.
So I had to sublimate it and make it go away and say, well, I didn't need that anyway, you know. But I did, and I wish I'd got that then, but it's great. That's all I can say. Great. Absolutely fabulous.
Veteran astronaut Charlie Bolden sent along a special message ahead of Dwight's big day.
I want you to just take some time while you're flying, just to suck it all up and take it all in. You deserve every moment of this. You've been a role model and a mentor for many of us.
New Shepard had been grounded since a September 2022 accident during an uncrewed flight, which the company traced to a thermostructural failure. But the vehicle is now fully back, with its latest human mission now a success.
It's a life-changing experience. Everybody needs to do this.
Aikajachi, ABC News, New York.
Coming up today is the final round of the PGA Championship, and the NCAA softball tournament is underway, with 2 local teams facing elimination. Kira Goldstein has sports next.
Which you can count on. WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
The softball teams from both South Carolina and Georgia were still competing on Sunday as they faced elimination games in the NCAA softball tournament. Starting with South Carolina in the Durham Regional, the second-seeded Gamecocks dropped down to the losers bracket after a loss to Duke, and that is exactly who they'll have to beat twice to stay alive. Game 1 is finishing up right now. Duke is leading 2-1 in the final frame. However, if South Carolina does win, they'll force a deciding game on Monday at 2:30. More on that tonight at 11. And in Georgia, at the Athens Regional, the Bulldogs needed 2 wins over Liberty to advance to the Super Regionals. They got the first win today, 14-5, and in Game 2, trailing by 1 in the bottom of the 9th with 1 on, Sydney Chambly walks it off to give Georgia the win, 3-2. The Bulldogs are officially going to Super Regionals. The Augusta Green Jackets got a huge win over the Salem Red Sox, thanks in part to Jace Grady's bases-clearing double to make it 7-0 in the 6th. The Green Jackets would win that game 7-5, then fall in the final game of the series 4-1. They're back in action on Tuesday at 7:05. The Atlanta Braves fell to the Padres 3-1 in Game 1 of their 4-game series, and then yesterday, inclement weather canceled Game 2. So tonight, the Braves will look to get back in the win column in their series against San Diego. They'll start with Bryce Elder on the mound. First pitch is at 7:10 p.m. I'll have those highlights at 11. And out on the links in Louisville, it was the final round of the PGA Championship at Valhalla. Xander Schauffele and Victor Hovland are currently battling it out for the top spot. A very back-and-forth day for the two of them. Schauffele started the day with a birdie and hasn't stopped, shooting a 4 under 31 on the front 9 to open the final round. But Hovland has stayed with him the whole time, carding 6 birdies through 13 holes. So to illustrate where these guys are at, let's get a visual of the leaderboard. Schauffele is atop the board at 20 under, but knocking on the door is Victor Hovland and also Bryson DeChambeau, both just 1 stroke back. Then yesterday's big story, Shane Lowry has slipped just a bit. Currently, he's in a tie for 5th at 15 under. And finally, Masters champion Scotty Scheffler had a rough 3rd round, but he bounced back on Sunday, shooting 6 under
to jump up over a dozen spots into a tie for 8th. Many of these guys are still out on the course. Play hasn't concluded, so I'll have updates at 11, and we'll tell you who the winner is of the 2024 PGA Championship.
Okay, I can't wait, Kira. Thank you. Coming up, if you're a fan of Pixar films, then Airbnb has a special experience for you. We'll have a closer look next.
Buy more.
Power.com today.
It's Memorial Day at Weinberger's Furniture and Mattress Showcase.
When you buy more, you save more on anything you want.
Mattresses, bedrooms, living rooms, dining rooms, and home offices. All with savings up to $2,000.
When you buy more, you save more, and it's happening now.
Weinberger's Furniture and Mattress Showcase. Hurry in now to see everything that's on sale.
In stock and ready for delivery.
Combine a boat for limited time only. It's boat time.
Across Georgia, well-started.
Say.
And this is pretty neat. A new Disney Pixar-inspired home in Los Angeles is now listed on Airbnb. In honor of the Incredibles' 20th anniversary, the vacation rental company is welcoming guests to this unique home that's modeled after Edna Mode's mansion. So starting Monday, May 24th, users will be able to book a stay inside this iconic home. Guests will be able to get a one-on-one consultation with Edna's team of expert designers and create a specialized super suite.
That is so cool. I just rewatched that movie, actually. I love that movie.
I actually love The Incredibles,
A
believe it or
movie
not.
Jenna has seen? I'm shocked.
Yeah, I'm a big Incredibles fan. Our 10-day forecast showing the beautiful sunshine Monday through Thursday. It'll be a dry week. Temperatures very warm, starting out in the low 80s tomorrow, eventually up to 90 degrees on Thursday. And then some isolated storms starting Friday, clouds increasing. So keep that in mind. We'll have some scattered showers and storms around for Memorial Day weekend, but not a complete washout. Just keep the rain gear handy for any of your outdoor plans.
And that's our report for now. We'll see you at 11.